Good morning, Balance Yoga. It's Monday, June 8th. Welcome to Athletic Yoga. Yet another week to get ourselves started, our bodies moving. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have used your legs a lot over the weekend during the protests. And so for today, I'm going to focus a lot on opening and stretching out the quads. And of course, we're going to continue on opening up the hamstrings, just to give our legs a little bit of a break and to lengthen up the muscles that have powered us through the movements that have been going on all weekend, last week, and for the days to come. I'm Stephanie J. For those of you who don't know me, I've been teaching yoga at Balance Gym for a little over a year now, and I'm continuing every Monday morning right now, 7:45 to 8:45 with virtual yoga, probably for the rest of the year for the time being. We haven't quite opened up the gym yet, but I do know that once they do, they are going to continue on with these virtual classes for a while to continue giving those of you the option who prefer to keep social distancing for the time being. Okay, so in regards to music for this course, you can just have silence or choose your own music in the background. I've posted a Spotify playlist that you're welcome to use as well. And of course, say hi if you're here, and let's go ahead and get started. So let's head over to our mat. What we're going to go ahead and do today is start by sitting down. And we're going to go ahead and just bring our feet together. We're going to hold on to the toes and just let those knees open out to the side. And start to feel the tightness of the hips, and holding on to those toes, squeeze them together with your hands. Go ahead and pull them towards you and reach your shoulders back. Open up the chest and reach those knees down. Take a breath in and exhale. And again, as you breathe in, pulling those toes towards you, reaching those knees down, opening up the chest, and exhale. And then relax out of this. Hold on to the knees and allow yourself to roll onto your backs. Go ahead and bring your feet down to the mat. Go ahead and lengthen your legs out along the mat. And then you're going to bend your right knee, and you can go ahead and try to bring it behind you. And it's okay if your knee stays up a little bit just to feel the tightness. We're just going to go through some motions here, trying to bring that knee down. And then release out of this. Pick up that left leg, hold on to the foot, try to bring that knee down. Just notice the tightness. Using this class as body awareness. Bringing that leg down. Go ahead and bend the knees. Go ahead and bring the feet together and let those knees open out to the side. Interlace your fingers, reach your arms up overhead. And reach your hands up towards the back of the room. Take a breath in. And exhale. And let go of those hands. Let those arms drape down and feel them along the ground. With the elbows bent, go ahead and drag those elbows down along the ground, keeping the chest open. Take a breath in, reaching those arms straight along the floor, reaching up overhead, breathing in. And as you exhale, bending those elbows, elbows come down along the floor, keeping the chest open. Go ahead and bend those knees, bring the knees to your chest, allow yourself to roll all the way up. Let's go ahead and sit with your right leg crossed in front of your left and hold on to your knees. Let's wake up our spine a little bit. You're going to go ahead and exhale, bend or flex the spine, chin to the chest, hold on to those knees, and just lean back. Feeling the spine wake up, and then breathing in, pressing those wrists into the knees, keep those elbows straight, breathing in. And exhale again, hold on to those knees, chin to the chest, leaning back. And breathing in, wrists to the knees, gaze up, elbows straight. Sit up nice and tall, chin to the chest, Slow circle to the right all the way. Feeling every bit of the body. Sitting up nice and tall. And then allow yourself to fold forward. Feel the tightness of the hips. If you can fold all the way down, fold all the way down. I am going as far as this, as my body is very stiff. Breath in, exhale, sinking down, and then pushing yourself all the way up, switching sides. Left leg in front, and again, breathing out, flexing the spine. Hold on to those knees and just let yourself hang back. Breathing in, press those wrists into the knees, gaze up, breathing in, and exhale, leaning back. And breathing in, press those wrists into the knees, gazing up, sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and bring the chin to the chest, roll your head to the left, full circle. Looking straight ahead, and then allowing yourself to move forward. Feeling the difference of how this left hip feels compared to the right. Bringing one shoulder up, the other shoulder down, just to feel the stretch in the sides of the body. And then walk yourself all the way up. Let's go ahead and bring those feet down to the ground. You're going to push up onto the feet and onto the toes and just rock forward and back. Feel the tightness of the Achilles, the backs of the heels and the calves. And straighten those knees just slightly, still keeping the knees somewhat bent. And keeping the chest on the knees, and just let go of the neck. And let the head nod forward and shake the head. Feel like a bobblehead. The hamstring shouldn't be too tight, that's why the knees are bent. We will start to straighten those out shortly. Take a breath in, and breathing out. And then from here, let's go ahead and walk those feet back and move ourselves into a plank. And just rock forward and back, and side to side. And move ourselves in a circular direction one way, and then the other. Lower ourselves down onto the mats. Bringing our arms forward, elbows to the ground, palms flat on the ground. Just open up the chest. Breath in. Exhale. And again. And exhale. Pulling the ground towards you. Lowering all the way down. From here, you're going to push yourself up. Hands under the shoulders, knees wide. Sinking down onto the feet. Sinking down between the knees. And take a breath in. And exhale. And as you breathe in, and then exhale again, pushing the mat away from you, sinking down into the feet. And then coming up onto all fours. Let's go ahead and tuck the knees under, pick up the knees and push ourselves into a down dog. Rising up onto the toes. And heels down, pushing the mat away from you. Reaching those heels towards the ground. Reaching the hips up towards the sky. Trying to straighten those knees, but not quite yet. Not too much worry there. Breath in. And exhale. And let's go ahead and bend the right knee to the chest and bring it all the way forward into a lunge. And wake up the front of the hip. Let yourself rock forward and back. And one more time. And then bringing that leg behind you. Move yourself into a lunge facing forward again. Left leg forward. Opening up the front of the hip, rocking forward and back. And then go ahead and bring that back leg towards you. Letting the head drop. Feeling the hamstrings starting to warm up so you can straighten those legs a little bit more.
Hold on to the elbows, nod the head yes, shake the head no, wiggle out the body, let go of those arms, bend the knees, roll yourself all the way back up to standing. And just roll the shoulders back, breath in and again. And then go ahead with those arms to the sides, reach them out to the side and reaching up. And then here, reaching up towards the sky, press those heels into the ground, reach those arms over to the right side, and then to the left. All the way up again, let go of those arms. And now interlace those fingers, closing that chain, reach those arms down and up, reach those arms up towards the sky, and you can feel the difference in the stretch once you close that chain with those interlaced fingers. Reaching those arms up, shoulders by the ears, relaxing them down, and then stretching over to that right side, pressing evenly through both feet. Turning the body facing down, facing towards the front, keeping those fingers interlaced, and moving to the opposite side. Changing this up today, guys, from other classes, all the way up. Let go of those arms. Interlace those fingers the other way, the way that feels strange, arms down and up. Feeling how that closed chain allows for a better stretch. Shoulders by the ears and relaxing them down and then stretching over to that left side. Feeling that stretch along the right rib cage and then turning the body, feeling that stretch in the upper back. And then reaching forward, pressing firmly through both feet, moving to the other side, all the way up. And then let go of those hands, reaching the shoulders up and back, and then back and up. And then interlace those fingers behind you. Let's go ahead and bend the knees and rest the chest on the legs. Let those arms drape overhead. Open up those shoulder capsules. And take a breath in. Exhale. Shake the head no. Nod yes. Let go of those arms. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and reach the right leg behind you, left leg back into your plank, forward and back, side to side. And then lower those knees down onto the mat. Waking up the spine a bit more. It should feel pretty warm at this point. We'll do a few cat-cows and move back into our lunges. So pressing through the palms of the hands, head drops, tail drops. Feeling the mobility return to your body. Gaze up, moving into your cow, breathing in. Exhale, pressing through the ground, head drops, tail drops. Breathing in, gazing up. Exhale, press through the ground, head drops, tail drops. Breathing in, gazing up. And then back to all fours. From here, let's go ahead and let's do a few of the bird dogs still. Let's go ahead and reach that right arm out, making a fist with the hand, and then reaching that left leg back, flexing the foot, reach that fist forward, leg reaches back, nice stretch, and exhale everything in, breathing in, stretch, and exhale, and again, third time, and fourth, back to all fours. You're going to bring your left arm out for some symmetry and bringing that right leg back, reaching forward, that fist and that leg, and exhale everything in, breathing in, stretch, and exhale, and again, and again, back to all fours, tucking the toes under, pick up the knees, push yourself into a down dog. You should start to feel a little bit warmer now, rising up onto those toes, heels down, and again, and pushing the mat away from you, reaching those heels down, pushing the mat away, reaching that right leg up. First, keep those hips square, leg doesn't go very high, and then reaching up that leg higher, as high as you can, bending the knee, trying to kick the butt, and then trying to square off the shoulders, equal weight in the right and left hands, pushing the mat away from you, trying to kick your butt, knee to the chest, all the way forward, find yourself into another lunge. And this time, let's go ahead and bring those arms up, Sinking down in the legs, down in the hips. Bring your gaze up. Breathing in. Exhale. And all the way down. Find yourself into another plank. And from here, let's go ahead and move through our vinyasa. So we're going to lower down into your chaturanga, up dog, and into your down dog. Go ahead and raise that left leg. First, keeping those hips square. Opening up the hips some more. And bending the knee, trying to kick your butt. Equal weight, right and left hands, pushing the mat away. And breath in. Exhale, reaching the heel down. Bending the knee to the chest all the way forward. Find yourself into a lunge. And then let's bring those arms up, allowing yourself to sink down into this pose. Gaze up. And exhale. Reach those arms down. Find yourself into a plank, and let's move through our vinyasa. Back into your down dog. Rise up onto the toes, bringing the heels down. And from here, let's go ahead and bend the knees and step or hop between the hands. Holding on to the elbows. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Wiggling out the body. Let go of those elbows. Bend the knees and step or hop into plank. Let's go ahead and move through our vinyasa. Back into your down dog. Rising up onto the toes and heels down. Let's work on our core work a little bit more. So picking up that right leg, reaching that leg up towards the sky. Opening up the hip, you can flex the foot. You can point the foot. We're going to go ahead and bend that knee forward to the chest all the way until it touches that right elbow. Reaching that leg long, high up, and left elbow. Reaching it long, you're going to go right, left, twice more. Each side, exhale as the knee comes forward, breathing in as it comes up. And then leaving the leg high or coming to a down dog, let's move through the vinyasa. Back to the down dog. And then picking up that left leg, flexing the foot or pointing it. Reaching it high as you can. Then you're going to bend that knee forward. Have that knee touch that left elbow. Leg long. And then right. Breathing in long. You're going to go left, right. Each side twice more. Breathing out. And there we go. Leg high or down dog. Over to a plank. Chaturanga, up dog, and back to down dog. From here, let's go ahead and move into our plank. Lower our knees down. Let's stretch out those arms, and then we're going to stretch out those quads again. Let's go ahead and pick up that right arm, opening up the chest, reach up towards the sky, thread the needle through, reaching it through the opposite side until the head and shoulder rest. Pressing into the ground with that left hand, bringing your gaze up. Breathing in and exhale. And you can bring that arm up overhead, keeping that elbow and arm straight, reaching those fingers long. Breath in. Exhale, and then you can have the option of moving into that bind with that top arm coming up behind you and reaching for that right leg. And then release out of this, coming back onto all fours. We'll move you to the other side. So bringing that left arm up, opening up the body and threading the needle through, reaching through that right side until the head and shoulder rest. Pressing into that right hand to open up the twist, open up the spine, and then reaching that arm up overhead, reaching that right arm, lengthening the side of the body, breath in, and exhale, with the option of that half bind, arm up and reaching behind you for the leg. And then release out of this, coming all the way back up. From here, we're going to go ahead and sit back onto our feet. And actually, you can scoot yourself forward a little bit, swing your legs out along front. And we're going to see how the quads are starting to loosen up as we warm up through class. So you're going to go ahead and bend that right knee. And see how this feels with you just seated. And then you can allow yourself to scooch back onto the hands. See how that is, if that's feeling okay. Lean back onto the elbows. If this feels good, go ahead and roll all the way onto your back. And so I know for me right now, if I go down onto my back, my knee will come up, which is fine. But I'm going to stay here for right now. I'm still getting a very good stretch along the front part of my hip. And I'm going to work on trying to let go and disengage my quads. Breath in. And as you exhale, I may try to sink down a little bit deeper. All the walking from the weekend. And exhale. And all the endurance the legs gave you. And then coming all the way up, switching sides and bending that left knee. See what this feels like, the knee and the quad. And then staying there, coming back onto the hands. Maybe coming back onto the elbows. So this flat side feels dramatically different. And that's fine, and that's how my body is working today. So staying here, or you can go all the way on your back. This side, I feel comfortable doing that. Letting go of the quad, disengaging, breath in. And exhale. And again. And as you exhale, we're going to go ahead and come all the way up. If you brought yourself all the way to the ground, bring your hands underneath your lower back and make a fist with the hands to use it as a platform to fill up that negative space so that when you come up, you're not stressing that lower back. All the way up, bring both legs forward, bend the knees. Let's go ahead and roll ourselves onto our feet again, rolling up onto those toes, rocking forward and back. Picking up those hips, let the head hang. And then I'll hold on to those elbows, nod the head yes, shake the head no. Wiggling out the body. And then go ahead and bend the knees and roll yourself all the way up to standing. We're going to go ahead and move through our sun salutations with breath, starting to warm up our lunges a bit more and get into lengthening our hamstrings. So we're going to go ahead and first find our neutral. So find your feet in parallel, pressing through the ground, bringing your hands to your heart. You're going to push the ground away from you and lengthen up through the spine. And as you push the ground down, feel the hamstrings engage, your core engage, lengthening up through the neck. And we'll go ahead and move through our sun salutations with breath, starting with the breath in and exhale. Breathing in, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Breathing in, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, gazing up halfway. And exhale all the way down. On the next inhale, picking up that right leg and move it behind you into a lunge. Then you're going to exhale into a down dog. You're going to breathe in, you're going to move into your up dog. And exhale into your down dog. Breathing in, bending that right leg forward into a lunge. Exhale, forward fold, letting the head drop, breathing in, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Pressing through the feet, lengthening through the spine, breath in. And exhale, breathe in, arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe in, arms up. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Breathing in, gazing up halfway. Exhale all the way down. On the next inhale, pick up that left leg and move it behind you into a lunge. Exhale into a down dog. Breathing in, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing in, bending that left knee to the chest all the way forward lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing in, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to go through each side a little bit faster. So again, coming to the front end of your mat. Feet parallel, hands to the heart. Press through the feet and feel the lengthening through the spine. Finding your breath. Exhaling everything out. All right, and we'll begin. Breath in. Exhale. Breathe in up into the heart. And breathe in up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right leg behind you, lunge. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, right leg lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, up. Exhale to the heart. Breath in. Exhale. Breathe in, up into the heart. Breathe in, up again. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up and back down. Inhale, left leg lunge. Exhale, down dog. Breathing in, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, left leg lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Hands down to your sides. And then just bring your chin to the chest and roll yourself down one vertebra at a time. All the way until you're in a forward fold. Hold on to those elbows, nod the head yes, shake the head no. And breath in. And exhale. Letting go of those arms. From here, you're going to go ahead and bend the knees and you're going to step or hop back into a plank. And let's go ahead and move through our vinyasa. Up dog, and back into the down dog. And let's find our down dog here again. Rising up onto the toes, heels down. Feeling equal weight in both the right and left hands. Push the mat away from you, lengthening the hips up towards the sky. And let's take 3 deep breaths here. And exhale. And again. Exhale, and one more, and exhale. Let's roll ourselves into a plank, and let's go ahead and do 2 push-ups here. Let's lower down to the chaturanga, and up, and down, and up, and let's move through the chaturanga, and up dog, and stay in the up dog for a moment, keeping the abdominals engaged. Rock side to side. And then pushing yourself back into a down dog. Let's move into our lunges now. Let's lift that right leg up towards the sky as high as you can. Bend the knee to the chest all the way forward. Let's find our warrior one. So sinking down into that front leg. Back leg's turned out about 45 degrees. Front knees tracking straight ahead, back leg straight, front leg bent, back leg, the heels fully on the floor. Reach those arms to the sides, interlace the fingers behind you, open up the chest by reaching those hands down, breathing in, and then moving into your humble warrior, letting your head drop onto the inside of the leg, letting the head hang, finding a breath in, and exhale. Relax those arms down, hands to the mat, leg behind you. Let's do that double push-up. So down, up, and again. And then through the vinyasa, up dog, and back to the down dog. Reaching that left leg up as high as you can, knee to the chest all the way forward. Warrior one. Same checklist, back leg is straight, turned out about 45 degrees. And the foot's on the ground, front knee going straight ahead, bending and lunging forward into that warrior one. Arms out to the side, interlace the fingers behind you, open up the chest, gaze up, and then move onto the inside of that leg, letting the head hang, arms up overhead, and breath in. And as you exhale, let go of those arms. Move yourself into a plank and go through that double push-up. 1 down, and 2. And then moving through the up dog, back to the down dog. Let's go into a plank again. Lower down onto the knees. Let's move into a brief child's pose. Knees nice and wide, just to give our legs a slight break. Sinking down into the mat. And breath in. Exhale. And again. And as you exhale, pushing the mat away from you. Using your hands to push yourself all the way up to seated. Bringing those knees back together. Bring yourself back to all fours. Tuck the toes under. Pick up the knees. Move yourself back into a down dog. And then go ahead and reach that right leg up towards the sky. As high as you can. Knee to the chest. All the way forward. Working ourselves back into that warrior one. Finding that pose. Finding strength as you sink down into the leg. Let's go ahead and move ourselves into warrior two. Opening up that back leg and sinking down to this pose. Reaching those fingers long. Relax the shoulders down. And then go ahead and upturn that front hand, reaching up and behind you. Reverse warrior. And then let's go ahead and windmill those arms all the way down to the mat. Find yourselves into a plank. And let's just do one push-up here. Push-up, up, and then moving through the vinyasa. Let's go ahead and lift that left leg up as high as you can. Knee to the chest, all the way forward into your warrior one. Going through that checklist. Opening up the body, warrior two. Moving into your reverse warrior. Breathing in. Let's go ahead and windmill those arms all the way down to the mat. Let's go ahead and move through our vinyasa with a single push-up. Down, up dog, and back to the down dog. Rising up onto the toes, heels down, and then walk the hands back to the feet. Let's move into our gorilla. So you're going to bend your knees. You're going to place the palms of the hands under the palms of the feet, toes at the wrist creases. Tuck the chin, and then you're going to pull your body down, straightening the legs, opening up those hamstrings. And bending the knees and take the hands out from under the feet. Walk the hands back out to your down dog. From here, let's go ahead and pick up that right leg. Reach it up as high as you can behind you. Flexing the foot, bend the knee, and trying to kick your butt. Trying to equal the weight between the right and left hands. Lengthening the body, pushing the mat away. Then reach those toes up towards the sky. Knee to the chest, all the way forward. Warrior one. Warming up the body, sinking into this pose. Open out to your warrior two. Upturning that front hand, move into your reverse warrior again. And then back into your warrior two. Sinking down a bit more. Straightening that front leg, moving into that triangle. Shifting your hips back, reaching those arms forward. And this is where if you would like to get a block, you can use one, or you can just hold on to the foot. Reaching the hand toward the ground if you need. And just open up the shoulders. Reaching the hand up towards the sky. With the option of that half bind, bending that top arm, reaching behind you for the leg to help keep the chest open. Keeping the gaze up. Then moving into your extended angle, bending that right knee, long left side, from the fingertips to the heel. Again, keeping the chest open, none of the leaning on the leg and facing down. And staying here, or you're taking your options of picking up that bottom arm, or moving into that bind, top arm bends behind you, and the front arm reaches to clasp the hands. Keeping the gaze up and shoulders open. And then releasing out of this, moving yourself into a lunge, lowering that knee down to the mat, and allowing yourself to sink down, Opening up the front of the hip, bringing that right arm on the inside of the knee, and then allowing that knee to open up just a bit. Feeling all the tight spots, all the sticky spots. And staying here or coming down onto one elbow or both. Allowing your hips to open up. Disengage those quads. And then coming up slightly out of this, let's move into our pigeon. Bringing that leg in. Get to see how this feels without a block this week for me. Still gonna use one. So I'm using a block. You don't have to, but it helps me find my positioning. It helps me to square off my hips because my hips are really tight. And so from here, what I'm going to do is just bring my hands forward. Some of you have a lot of mobility and are already folded onto the ground. And I'm going to stay here and keep my focus on the outside of the hip. You can move on to my elbows. And going to start working on disengaging. The hip wants to hold, let it go. And breathing in, let it go some more. And again, breathing in, and let go. One last breath, breathing in, and exhale. Okay, let's take the block out if that's what you use. Let's find ourselves into a nice strong plank here, and let's move through our vinyasa with just one push-up. So coming down and up and down, up dog, and back to the down dog. Rising up onto those toes and heels down. Picking up that left leg, reaching it high, flexing the foot and trying to kick your butt. Reaching, pushing the mat away, trying to keep equal weight in those hands. Pushing the mat away, kicking the butt, reaching that leg high, pointing the toes, knees to the chest or knee to the chest, leg all the way forward, and find your warrior one. And going through that checklist, finding strength in the body, then opening out to your warrior two. Sinking down, reaching those arms long, up, turn that front hand, up and behind you, reverse warrior, breathing into the body. And exhale. And then back into your warrior two, sinking down a bit more and straightening that front leg. Maybe bringing that back leg in a little closer to find placement. Moving into your triangle, hip shift back, reaching forward with the arms, and windmill those arms so that right arm is up. Imagine your whole body is in a very narrow hallway. With the option of moving into that half bind, keeping that shoulder open. Breath in and exhale. Moving into your extended angle, so bending that left knee, left elbow on the knee, long right side, from the heel to the fingers, reaching, stretching, and breath in. And as you exhale, you can stay here, keeping that chest facing the opposite wall, or you can pick up that bottom arm, or moving into that bind, top arm bends behind you, front arm reaches underneath until the hands clasp. Breath in and exhale. Then releasing into a lunge, facing forward, lowering that right knee down to the mat. Left arm on the inside of that leg. And let that knee come out, moving away and in. Letting all those moments of the joints talk to you. And then if you want to lower down onto one elbow or both, go right ahead. Finding your breath. And breathing And coming all the way up, let's work ourselves into our pigeon. So bringing that leg in, I'm gonna go ahead and use a block again. Finding our pose. So squaring the body off with the front of the room. Back leg straight, shoulders square, and then allowing yourself to start to fold forward. Finding a breath in, and as you exhale, try to disengage the legs a little further. Disengage the neck. Breath in, and exhale. And breath in, and exhale. And one more. And breathing out. Let's go ahead and take the leg or the block out. If you use one, let's find ourselves into a nice strong plank, and let's move through that vinyasa with that push-up. So chaturanga and push-up, chaturanga, up dog, and back to the down dog, rising up onto the toes and reaching the heels back down. Reaching that right leg up towards the sky, push the mat away from you, lengthening the back, knee to the chest all the way forward. Let's work ourselves back into our warrior one. Let's go and straighten both legs so the shoulders and square. Shoulders and hips face the front of the room. Square, go ahead and bring those hands behind you into that reverse prayer or hold on to those elbows. So front leg pointed straight ahead, back leg turned out at an angle. We're going to go ahead and hinge at the hips all the way forward. Make sure that hip doesn't sway back. That left hip should stay square, letting your body fold over, letting the head drop. Breath in, and as you exhale, coming all the way up, letting go of those hands. Let's move into our warrior three. So you can bend that right knee, the front leg. Back leg comes up. You're going to keep those hips square to the ground. Reaching your arms forward, moving into your half moon, opening up the hip, opening up that left hip as you reach that right arm towards the ground. Or if you want to hold on to a block, you can do that. Or you can challenge to try to bring your hand to your heart. Reaching yourself back into your warrior three, bringing your hips square to the ground, and coming all the way up. But stay balanced on that leg. As that left leg brushes forward, we'll move into our eagle. Front knee bends. So that left knee bends. Wrap those toes around the back of the ankle. Left arm comes underneath the right. Palms meet. Reach those hands up, feeling the stretch in the shoulders, sinking down in the knees. One more breath. And straightening up, let go, untwist, shaking everything out. From here, let's go ahead and come to the front end of the mat. Reach those arms down and up, gazing up. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Gaze up halfway. Exhale, down. Let's go ahead and bend the knees, step or hop into plank. Let's move through a double push-up vinyasa. So down, up, and again. Up dog and down dog, pushing the mat away from you. Go ahead and lift up that left leg, reaching that leg high, knee to the chest all the way forward. Find yourself into your warrior one. Bring that back leg in closer, arms out to the side, hands behind your back, into that reverse prayer, and then squaring off the body, shoulders and hips to the front, and then start to hinge forward. Make sure that hip doesn't open out, right? Everything's square. Let the back release. Head drops. Breath in. Exhale. And then all the way up. Let go of those arms. And then moving into your warrior three. Bending that front knee. Reaching that leg back. Shoulders and hips square with the ground. Then moving into your half moon, you can bring that right hand to the hip as you open that hip up, reaching towards the ground or a book, holding on to the ground or trying to test your balance here, you can try to bring your hand to your heart, reaching everything forward, squaring the body off again, challenging your balance, coming all the way up. Woo. Right leg forward, bend the knee, let that foot cross under, right arm underneath the left until the hands meet, reaching those arms up, sinking down in the knees, finding your breath, and then release out of this, shaking everything out. Again, coming to the front end of the mat. Let's go through the lengthening of the body all the way up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Bend the knees, step or hop into plank. Let's move through that double push-up vinyasa again. Down, up, and again. Up dog, and down dog. Let's see how we're doing on time. All right, rising up onto the toes, bringing the heels down, reaching that right leg up towards the sky, knee to the chest all the way forward. Again, into your warrior one. Straighten that front leg. And let's go ahead and turn and face turning towards that left leg. And so your both feet are going to be parallel. You're going to be in that straddle. Bring your hands to your hips and let yourself hinge forward all the way down. Let the head hang. Let those arms drop down to the ground. From here, push the mat away from you to deepen the fold, tucking the chin, or reaching those hands behind you to lengthen. Pull yourself into a deeper fold. Trying to straighten those knees. Breath in. Exhale. Walk your hands over to that right leg and give it a hug. And then the left. Back to the center. One more time, reaching those hands through or pushing the mat away. Release, hands to the hips, come all the way up. And go ahead and turn your face towards the front of the room. You're going to go ahead and bend that right knee, move yourself into a lunge, reach your arms up, sinking down, hands to your heart. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a revolving lunge or a twist. So rotating to that right side, bringing the elbow to the knee, encouraging the twist. And then release out of this, hands to the ground, a single push-up with the vinyasa. So down, up, and moving through. And then picking up that other leg, left leg up, nice and long, pushing the mat away, knee to the chest, all the way forward. Moving into that warrior one, straightening that front leg, and then turning towards that right leg. Go ahead and bring the hands to the hips. In your straddle, toes pointed forward, hinge forward all the way. Let the head go, hands drop down to the mat. And then of course, if your hands don't meet the mat, you can use the block or you can widen your stance with your legs. Tucking the chin, push the mat away, or reach the hands through the legs. Try to straighten the knees and pull yourself into a deeper fold. Breath in, and exhale. And again, and exhale. Then from here, releasing, but staying in the fold. Go ahead and bend that right knee and slowly move into a side lunge. Wake up those adductors. Moving over to the other side. And do the same again. Move to the right. And then to the left. And then go ahead and move yourself back into that fold forward. Holding down, pulling through. And then bringing the hands to the hips, coming all the way up. Turn face towards the front and move into a lunge. Deepening into this pose, arms up, gaze up. And then hands to the heart and then move into your twist. So go ahead and turn to the left, elbow to the knee, encouraging the opening of the spine. And then go ahead and release out of this. Find yourself into a nice strong plank. And let's go ahead and move through a single push-up and then a vinyasa. Up dog. Back to the down dog. From here, go ahead and move all your props out of the way. As you then lift that right leg up towards the sky, bending the knee, trying to kick the butt. You can flex the knee or flex the foot, pushing the mat away, then pointing the toes. You're going to go ahead and flip your dog, so reaching behind, opening up the chest, breath in. And then as you exhale, reaching for that opposite corner, as you pick up that leg, and then bending the knee through, moving to the opposite side, opening up the body, and then through, leg high or down dog as you then move through the vinyasa. Leg high as you can, bending the knee, flexing the foot, trying to kick the butt, pointing the toes, reaching until you flip your dog, opening up the chest, breath in. And then as you exhale, reaching towards the opposite corner, leg high, knee to the chest, move through, other side, breath in. And then moving all the way through, leg high or down dog, as you then move through your vinyasa. And let's go ahead and move into our plank and lower onto our belly. One cheek to the mat, arms to your sides. Bend your knees, feet move side to side. Windshield wiper. Turn the head and face the other way. Then lengthen those legs out towards the ground. Arms to your side, reach towards the back of the room with those toes and fingers. And down, relax. And again, reaching. And back. And one more time, reaching. And all the way down. Hands under the shoulders. Push yourself into a child's pose. Knees nice and wide, sinking down into this pose. And breath in, and breathing out. One more breath, and exhale. Using those hands to push yourself all the way up to seated. Let's go ahead and come a little bit towards the middle of the mat here. You're going to go ahead and sit down, swing those legs forward, and let's see what these quads feel like now. So what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to pick up that right leg, bring it back, and do the same thing. Move back onto those elbows. And how tight does it feel? Still feels tight, but it's warm. So I'm going to allow myself to move all the way back. If that's what your body says, you do that too. And breath in. And exhale. And as you exhale, try to relax the quads. You can place the hands on the hips, on the quads, reassuring them that they can let go. And breath in, breathing all the way out. Reaching those arms up overhead. Breath in and exhale. And go ahead and bring those hands underneath your back, unless you have another preferred method. Hands under the back to give your lower back platform to come up. Switching sides and bending that left knee. Start to roll back. And just hang out on these elbows if that's enough for you. Or coming all the way back. If your knee comes up a little bit, that's okay. Place those hands on those hips or those quads. Breath in and exhale. Breathing in and release, letting it go. And again, let it all go. Hands under the spine, into the lower back to help you come all the way up. We're going to have you seated here. We'll just do one big fold, reaching up with the hands, up and over into a seated forward fold, holding onto those feet, pulling yourself down, chin to the chest. Breath in. Exhale, pulling yourself down, chin down. You can point those toes, flex them. Another breath in, pulling yourself down, and pushing yourself all the way up. Let's go ahead and scooch forward, bend the knees and roll onto your backs, rocking side to side. Let's hold on to that right leg. I'm going to go ahead and take my strap here. You don't have to use one, you can use a scarf. So I'm going to straighten that left leg, and I'm going to place the strap underneath the right foot and just bring the leg into a hamstring stretch. And I can hold on to the leg, but this feels good. It might be a lazier way. And on the next breath, opening the leg out to the side. Breath in. And then as you exhale, go ahead and move yourself into a twist. Letting that leg cross over and gaze out to the opposite side. And breathing in. And exhale. One more. And breathing out. Rolling onto your backs, both knees bent to the chest. Go ahead and put the strap around the other leg, lengthening that right leg out along the mat, left leg up. Bring it closer to your body. Just wake up, warm up, stretch out that hamstring. Breath in. Exhale. And then open out to the side. And exhale. And again. And as you breathe out, let it stretch and cross over to the opposite side. Breathing in. And as you exhale, rolling onto your backs, moving that strap to the side, both knees to the chest, rock side to side. Bringing those feet down. The feet are mat width apart, knees meet in the middle. Knees flop over to one side and then the next. And then straighten those legs out along the mat. Have the feet mat width apart. Go and place the hands under the head. Give yourself a gentle distraction. Let the head rest. Arms to your sides and close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, feel the footprint your body makes with the ground. The heels and the backs of the legs. The upper back and the arms and the head. And breathe in, and as you exhale, see if you can make that footprint broader, deeper. And the only way to do this is to completely relax every muscle in the body. Breathing in. Exhale. Another breath. And breathing out. And continuing with this, increasing your footprint into the ground. And I'm going to read a little bit from the passage. I'm going to skip ahead. Yoga as Self-Transformation from Joel Kramer. So, resisting aging is actually resisting transformation and growth. Paradoxically, the resistance to aging, which includes holding on to old, inappropriate ways of living, exacerbates the very aging process you fear. On the next breath, start to move the fingers and the toes and slowly turn the head side to side. And then reaching and stretching overhead. And as you exhale, rolling over onto one side. Breathing in. As you exhale, pushing the hands down into the ground, coming all the way up. Coming to the front of your mat. Hands to your heart. Honoring your body for everything it gave you today in class. And all the strength it gave you through the weekend. And everything it's going to move you onward and forward. Namaste. Thank you everyone for taking class. It was great teaching you again this Monday morning. I look forward to teaching you future Monday mornings, 7:45 to 8:45. Any questions, please just leave them in the comments. And hopefully gyms open up soon and I can see you guys in person. So you guys have a great week.